along as I solve problem 3 on page 86. I wrote my sentence on the bottom, Alex spent blank dollars all together, and now I'm going to read the problem one sentence at a time to draw it out as a bar model. Alex spent 1/3 of his pocket money on a toy airplane. So I'm going to draw my bar, and I'm going to split it up into 3 parts because I know 1/3 of his money, the whole thing represents his money, and I know 1/3 of it was spent on a toy airplane. So I'm splitting it up into 3 parts, and I'm going to label one of those parts TA for toy airplane. Next, I'm going to go on to the second part of information in that sentence. It says he also spent 2/3 of the remainder on a toy boat. So everything that's left over is the remainder, and he's going to spend 2/3 of this on a toy robot. So I'm going to draw the remainder and split it up into 3 parts because he's going to spend 2/3, which means 2 of those 3 units on a toy robot. So I'm going to label them TR. Next, I'm told he had $20 left. So that means that this is what is left, and he had $20 left. I want to know how much money did he spend all together. Now, remember, $20 is left. I need to know how much he spent all together. So that means I'm actually going to have 2 question marks because he spent money on the toy robot, which is that first question mark, and he spent money on a toy airplane. I'll need to add those question marks together to get my final answer in the end. I'm going to use method 2, which is the unit method, because I'm told that one of these units is $20. So I can figure out how much the toy robot cost. We know that these units are also 20. So the toy robot cost 20 times 2, or $40. So I found the toy robot. Now I have to find the toy airplane. And I'm going to find that by, again, using the unit method. If I know that each one of these units is $20, that means that this remainder here is 20 plus 20 plus 20, or 20 times 3, which is $60. And I got that because I know that this bar that I drew is the same as the remainder here. So these 2 units equal 60. I can find 1 unit, which is the toy robot, by doing 60 divided by 2, which is 30. So that means that each one of these units is $30. So now I've found the toy airplane is $30. The toy robot is $40. I want to know how much he spent all together. So my last step, so this was step 1, 2. My third step is going to be to add $40 and $30, which equals $70. And I'm going to write that in my sentence. Again, we had 2 question marks here because the toy robot was 2/3 of the remainder. So we drew that in a second bar.